see Naruto.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Great start.
Par 4 second hole, a little bit longer than the first. This one at 442 yards.
Yeah, they've added a new tee, changed the bunkering down the right side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, a hole that bends softly to the left side. The bunkering around this green has changed. Still, it requires a very precise tee shot. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Now on to the third, first par 5 on the course here at TPC Scottsdale.
Yeah, the length of the hole hasn't really changed. He goes after it like he is here.
Golf ball. Shout out to Human Torch. 3 here for Sector 4. Marvel. And shout out to Margot Reload since Captain Marvel. She's playing on too. The power of the cosmos.
Tee shots. The advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Well, that approach shot is well to the left, but still, he's on the putting surface. This is a cross-country special. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. So they'll tap in. So Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Really nice mix of holes to start here at TPC Scottsdale. The 2 4s and then the par 5. Now our first par 3. Just a little over 180 yards, Frank.
Plays a little downhill, longer than what it once was. Green is radically different. Used to be deep, now it's wide. And the bunkering, of course, is visually totally different from what it used to be. Second shot.
And he's made it onto the green. And getting ready for the putt. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year, played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one, and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is classy.
A good chance of going in.
Just a couple of feet. Right in the heart. Now to the par 4 6th. Decision time, Frank. Driver, where do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up, though. The length hasn't increased, but that bunkering in that choke point. So the strategy, do you have the length to get past them? Or if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot. Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now to the second par 3 on the front 9. This is the 7th hole.
Yeah, quite a stiff par 3 because of the narrowness in the front. Really favoring a higher shot that's going to land softly, and therefore you can open up that green, because the further back you go, the wider it gets.
right, hold on one. That was close though.
Try up next. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now here at the par 4 8th, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the
golf ball.
75 yards.
Shot the Human Torch. I'm gonna go beat says Captain Marvel. She flames on it too. The power of the cosmos.
Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Locked in on the read and the speed. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Finishing out the front side now at the 9th. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front 9, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here. 1 bunker down the right side.
Come on now!
Off the tee, though.
Come on!
Carry
Golf ball. Shot the Human Torch. I'm gonna go beat says Captain Marvel. She flames on also. Power of the cosmos.
About 145 yards left here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Coming off that exciting front side, we are set to go on the back 9 here at the TPC Scottsdale. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Just a gorgeous afternoon. Great crowds as always, and you can feel the excitement building, Frank.
Oh, you certainly can, and the 10th hole's been changed quite considerably. Used to bail out down the left side, Rich, but they put a little bunker down there that sort of stops that play. And for the ones that tried to drive directly at the green, there's a little bunker that's hidden in the distance that'll sort of stop you going on that line. So it really has to be respected. And the 428, or the rather modest 428 yards there, will play a little longer because this will play as a true dogleg right par 4.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's 2 bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. 12 feet still to go. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left, because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Nice position, short grass, second shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Big swing right there and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Playing his third here at the par 5. Wow, makes eagle, makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
Par 4 14th, and Frank, this hole packs a little punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, the addition of just a little bit more yardage, plus the bunker on the left has been pushed out into the fairway, actually makes the whole play a little bit longer than its 490 yards. Second shot is a little bit uphill. No longer is there a bunker on the right side. The green is actually
Golf
open.
ball. Shot the Human Torch.
And
And my girl we lost since Captain Marvel.
Should you
Flames
decide
on
to
too
go
with
with
the power of the
You're
cosmos.
going to have to carry that front bunker. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. This has really been a good bounce back round. Slow at the start, now they're picking up some speed. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, As a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Down to the 16th hole, and Frank, what makes this so special is the walk underneath the grandstand. It's the Gladiator coming into the Coliseum.
That's a perfect description, Rich, and that's why this hole is unlike any other hole on the PGA Tour. The atmosphere that the players feel on that tee, they cannot prepare for, they can't experience anywhere else. This is a once-in-a-lifetime par 3.
And when you look at it from up high, the blimp view.
Super Hotel atmosphere. I like it. I like it.
Fenway Park, where Wrigley
I love
Field,
it.
right into the
I
desert.
love it.
And this is a sellout crowd. I mean, this is 20,000 fans, and there's nothing like it. There's not a single hole in golf that has more fans on it than the 16th here at TPC Scottsdale.
Great crowds. Great crowds.
Continuing to putt with confidence. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous, a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. To the 18th hole now, and Frank, the original designers stepped in and they made this hole quite a bit more challenging.
Yeah, they certainly have stiffened it up. The longest hitters in the game, the Dustin Johnsons, the Bubba Watsons, the J.B. Holmes, used to take it completely over the lake down the left side where there was just one paltry bunker. Now there's a series of bunkers, almost like the church pews at Oakmont, that are littered down the left side, stopping that attack. You're going to have to respect this hole that much more off the tee. Find the fairway. It's still a short iron in, but this finishing hole is now a proper finishing hole.
This is a good-looking shot. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Count it, that's a birdie.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
1,023,000 experience. And I started 23 years of age this year too, 2020, so that's pretty fresh. And amazing, and perfect. Alright, CBT Naruto, over and out. And also, today is January 10th, 2020. Joyce, Happy New Year. And last week started the new year, January 1st, 2020, of course. Joyce, Happy New Year's Day. And that was last Wednesday, today's Friday. And last Tuesday was December 31st, 2019. And that was Joyce New Year's Eve. And I saw the ball drop in New York and everything. That was amazing. And shout out to 2019. That year was amazing, awesome, and perfect. And my 2 favorite moves of 2019 are Captain Marvel with my girl Brie Larson, Avengers Endgame. Brie Larson's also in that too. And those are my 2 favorite moves of 2019. And speaking of Brie Larson, shout out to her movie coming out today also with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan on January 10th, 2020. Like I said, today, January 10th, 2020. And that's like, it's also about to be pretty fresh. So shout out to that too. Shout out to her. And yes, 2020 is going to be a perfect year. 2020 is a perfect year. 2020 vision and all that, perfect. So shout out to that. And also shout out to the Olympics happening this year in July 2020 or in August 2020, around that time. And it's going to be perfect too. So, with all that being said, that's what they done, all that. And CBT Naruto. Oh yes, also shout out to the NFL games tomorrow. NFL Divisional Weekend Wild Card. It was last week. Divisional Playoffs round this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. AFC, Tennessee Titans at the Baltimore Ravens, and Houston Texans at Kansas City Chiefs. And NFC, Minnesota Vikings at 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks at Green Bay Packers. All the games about to be amazing, exciting, and pretty fresh. 2019-2020 NFL season, perfect. NFL 100 season, perfect. So yes, I just want to take knowledge of all that. And CBT Naruto, over and out.